Okay. Doing this by request. Give me just a moment. Got to post all the links. Mm-hmm. All right, put that on live chat. Pop it out. Put it right there. Put that on live chat. Ah, hello. Okay, there we go. We got folks. Hi, Gunver. And then I need to put that button there. Alright, we're doing this by popular request. By which I mean literally one person asked. I'm mid-hunt. That's fine. You guys will catch up. I have faith in you. Give me a second. Let me ping Jacob and tell his ass to get in here. Oh shit. Yes, indeed. It turns out, if I'm not doing anything except casually gaming and I am asked, I don't seem to have much of a problem with just turning this bitch on. You guys are going to have to let me know, though, if the game is a little bit too loud because last time the game was too loud, and I could, when I was watching it back to make sure everything turned out okay, I could barely hear myself talk, and I have no idea how the fuck you guys are able to put up with that. The game was so much louder than I was. So I've turned it down some. Hopefully now it's at least somewhat for you guys, kind of like it is for me, because I tend to keep my games down low when I play them. Like, I can still hear them, but I tend to keep the volume on the lower side. And if I find it that loud, well, maybe that's just me then, because when I was watching it back, I thought that shit was unbearably loud. It was, like, annoying. Well, if it was fine for you guys, then it'll be fine for you guys and me now, so. How is this one weak already? Okay. That was easy peasy. I didn't remember hurting him that bad when we last fought. So I guess I'll just take the compliment on that one. I had to fight two of them, so what's entirely possible is that this was the guy I started fighting with first, and then I lost track of them at some point and picked a fight with the fresh one in the middle of the hunt. And now I'm just coming back to the guy that I was fighting the first time. It's possible. You guys might see me switching up my weapons a little bit. I've been trying out the Greatsword because Rise and Sunbreak added some really cool shit to it. It's very fun. I like it a lot. I mean, I enjoyed Greatsword back in the day, but it's just even better now. So I had been doing some Greatsword shit earlier. It's just that Bishaten is like a really good monster for me to fight with the sword and shield. I'm just like very capable of bullying that particular monster with sword and shield. So Dango tickets? I don't want Dango tickets. I want very berserk pilled. Yeah. Yeah. Very much. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Here, I'll bust it out. I'll bust it out, and then we'll go after, like... Although there is one thing I need to... switch skills. So the red I had set to power, and then the blue I had set to default. And now I need to go back to my equipment loadouts and... Their equipment loadouts. Bam. Yeah, when I got to Magna Malo, I absolutely... Yeah, Sword and Shield is just... I say this as a Sword and Shield main. It's a very, very easy weapon to use against most monsters. The only monsters that give me a hard time on Sword and Shield are monsters that have attacks that tend to get around the block. Like the Lagombi, Arzuros, Volvidon type, like Honey Badger style bear monsters. Their like quad swipe will basically always get around the shield instead of impacting against it, even if I'm facing the monster directly. Like, I'm never able to catch all 4 hits on the shield. One of them will get through. And there's a couple of monsters that are just like that. The All-Mother, that Elder Dragon that you fight at the end of the core game, she had one move in particular that absolutely abused my block. Like, I could never I could never block it with consistency because it would always go around the shield. So I ended up switching to Insectglaive to kill her. And there's a couple monsters like that, like... But then there's a couple monsters that are, like, really, really, really vulnerable to it. Like, Magna Malo, I feel like I can usually kill with Sword and Shield, no problem. Kushala Daora, you guys, if you go back to one of the old Monster Hunter streams, I literally killed the Kushala Daora without even realizing how badly I was kicking its ass. Jacob, is that you?
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know how long I'm being here. I've got friends from Eastern Washington that are in town.
Oh.
That I was supposed to hang out with today at some point, but I'm waiting on the bat signal for that.
Okay. Who? If you don't mind my asking.
I mean, the same people I'm always hanging out with when I'm over on that side.
Oh, okay. We'll try hunting a Bishaten with the Great Sword. We'll see if I'm, like, too used to fighting it with a Sword and Shield, or if I can manage with the Great Sword. You guys like my weird barbarian samurai getup? So, Jacob, what is the deal with John dies at the end? Red Pill Me. Why is it your favorite? What happens? Red Pill Me.
It's really difficult to explain what happens because those books are so insane. But it's basically like a paranormal comedy Lovecraft.
Okay.
It's like one of the funniest books I've ever read.
I'm really curious how to get around there. No! Ah. Okay. We almost had that. Which means I can do it.
The second one definitely wasn't as good as the first one, but I'm interested to see how the next 2 sequels
Oh, whatever. I'll just go back to that and try it. No, we'll try it again. No. I didn't wait long enough to get all my wire bugs back. God, that sucks.
Platoon has been out for like I don't know how long now.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple of weeks, maybe a month. I still don't even know where the locker is. I'm not going to learn.
All right, now we wait for the wire bug to come back. We do it correctly.
Saw a video the other day of like
Oh, fuck it.
there's a member of the Splatoon community who's like a very famous fucking rager. And I just watched like a compilation of him getting pissed the other day. And then I noticed in his ranked game he was X rank, which is the highest rank you can possibly get. And I have no idea how somebody that bad at the game could be making it into X rank. That like doesn't even seem possible. Because by the time you get into like S plus and stuff, that like anybody can get to S if they just like grind it for the most part.
Right.
But by the time you get into like S plus and X, there's like actual stakes. Like I have no idea how you would be able to get there like that. Like right now I'm in S rank, and if I lose, I need to win 2 out of 5 games in a series or I lose rank points.
I mean,
Which is a pretty good record in a game like this.
do you think he just like gets insanely lucky with like his like...
No, because you can only get lucky so many times.
I do like that series idea though, taking the average of your games instead of it's like, oh well, you lost one time, here's a D rank. It's like, no. I was having a bad game, or I had like a bad team. Like, come on.
Yeah, the series method is the best one Nintendo's come up with so far.
I like that a lot.
And they still have the option to play singles, but you just get way less points.
Oh, to like do it match by match.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know why anyone would elect to. The series just sounds inherently kind of superior.
If you want to practice a weapon in a ranked mode or something with like low stakes, they're useful.
Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. That makes sense. I guess the other reason would be if you just don't have time for like a series, but you still want to play.
Yeah.
Ow. Didn't even flinch me, he just hit me. Oh, Tim, what are you doing attacking straight into the poison like that? Come on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stupid. Hi, Braddock. Been a hot second for you. You haven't been around. Nice to see you.
Who is it?
Braddock.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, fuck off. He's running as soon as I self buff. Get out of here. College and draining my stamina and melting my brain, so time's been an issue. No, I get it. I remember college. I did that back in the day. It was it could be real rough on you.
I feel like we definitely should have won this.
Let's ride that Axonom. That was a good run. So I'm fucking answer. So it's yeah, no. If you're not very social, college can be fucking rough, dude.
I mean, I don't know. These days, it seems pretty easy to be antisocial in college.
No, but like you're missing out on an experience, and you know that you're missing out on an experience.
Yeah, but if you
kind of can't help it.
Antisocial, then it's not an experience that you're interested in. So why does it matter if you're missing it?
I mean, not everyone's that kind of antisocial. Some people know what they're missing and regret it. They just don't have the capability. I mean, I just remember being like that when I was in school, not having a lot of friends and wishing I knew how to make more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is a thing that can happen. No, I'm gonna have to take an antidote. Whatever. You're being asked a question by Gunger. Are you aware of the are you aware of the Hyperlight Drifter RPG?
Are you talking about fucking Hyperlight Breaker?
No, tabletop RPG.
Oh, no, I'm not aware of that.
I'm not
sure it's cool, but like I've said many times, I'm not really the tabletop guy around here.
I am the tabletop guy around here, and I'm not aware of it, so I'll have to just take your word for it that it exists, Gunger.
Trying to practice with Dapple Dualies because I think they've got some of the highest promise for being able to carry games in ranked. They're a really good aggressive weapon with a really good support special and a really good support sub. So in theory, I should be able to kill a lot of people on the enemy team and put out a lot of support.
Oh, no, Tim. There we go, buddy. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, sorry, guys. My greatsword is actually, like, a little scuffed right now. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I obviously know the combos. If you're like a greatsword aficionado and you're watching my gameplay, I obviously know what buttons to press. It's just lining everything up that's kind of going against me right now. It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, the timing on greatsword's pretty rough sometimes. Unless you've been using it for like hours.
That's kind of why I really enjoy the Surge Slash combo. It makes the greatsword feel a bit more versatile and a bit more forgiving. It's almost like the Surge Slash combo kind of bridges the gap between greatsword and longsword, if that makes any sense. Or at least the old school longsword. You know, the modern longsword's all about perfect like counters and counterplay. But back in like the second generation, when the longsword got introduced, it was basically just meant to be, what if the greatsword didn't hit as hard but hit a bit more often? Oh, fuck off. I attacked right into that, and I'm an idiot. I'm doing it again! I'm making the mistake again! Tim, stop it! I just want to hit him so bad.
Oh my god, I went 9-0 in that game. Ruining lives in normals right now.
I'm sure there's like hardcore greatsword mains out there who are fucking really upset that I like block with the sword, but
I have zero respect for anybody who's sitting in a chat complaining about somebody playing a game. It's like, okay, well, you could be playing it correctly instead of watching me. So, suck me off.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize how little health I had. Radok says, favorite weapon, and this is the Insect Glaive. I feel like an FF Dragoon. I usually play Longsword, not Longsword, Sword and Shield. My number 1 weapon is Sword and Shield. My number 2 weapon is Insect Glaive. But I've been trying out other stuff. Just for the, the variety. Like, if I was on my Sword and Shield right now, I'd be bullying the fuck out of this Bishaten, because I've been bullying the fuck out of Bishatens with my Sword and Shield literally all day today. But... oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Just put it down. Whatever. Who gives a shit about the egg? I killed this thing because I wanted this. Oh, fuck off. A raw meat? That's not what I wanted. I had some experience with Greatsword like way back in the day, but it obviously wasn't the same as it is now. It was a lot more like slow paced, and you didn't have things like the shoulder charge and the charge slash and all that. So
yeah, the Greatsword's a little bit more involved than it was. And like Gen 3, it's just like a fucking Unga Bunga weapon.
It's got a couple of counter options now. It's still pretty Unga Bunga, but like you have to like think about it and place yourself better now.
I love the shoulder tackle. The shoulder tackle in fucking World was so fun.
It's so good, yeah.
Also, I love it when games just like completely drop any pretense of like anything making sense and just make it like realistic. Or no, I mean just make it like fun. Like being able to fucking shoulder check Nergigante's fucking dive bomb, incredible. Peak game design.
Being able to block the monster's screams, also peak game design. Oh my god!
Yeah.
The Rathian came up from right behind me. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. That scared the shit out of me, guys. I didn't know this was a horror game.
I'm not quite as good as 9-0. Got 2 more rounds left on this ticket. I'm trying to farm normals right now. It is farm gold.
And these subtle changes in mechanics inside the battles is what makes me enjoy Rise more than World. I enjoy Rise more than World also. World does feel kind of like heavy, now that you say it. I'm not sure what it is about World that feels heavy, because they're both 5th generation games. They're theoretically basically the same.
World is also a lot slicker than like any previous Monster Hunter game, so it seems insane to hear World described as heavier than anything.
No, I get it though. It is just kind of a feeling. It does feel a bit heavier. Like I don't actually like the claw that much.
In World?
Yeah.
Nobody does. The claw is very unpopular. It made it makes some of the Iceborne fights very boring. Because it becomes less about like executing your like combos and stuff and more about like efficient like breakage by using the claw, and it just kind of like adds an extra like tedious thing you have to manage, and you can't really focus on like just doing anime shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people hated the claw.
I think that's also part of why I love Rise so much, is because like all the ninja mechanics, like the wire bug stuff, and like the wall running and everything. Wall running on literally anything you see is like the highest tier anime shit, and it is 100%
Yeah, they definitely
like
took. They definitely kind of understood that they flubbed the like the movement options in World that they wanted to get, and we're like, okay, we need to improve on this a little bit.
Yeah, Rise does. Yeah, Rise does feel a lot more focused on just the battle. Because like World had all these mechanics about like finding the monsters and like oh
That
you
stuff
got
that stuff I don't mind because it's supposed to be a hunting game, so I don't mind a section where you're tracking. But
I just like the fact that like you're a ninja and you have a ninja owl among your other pets, and the owl just finds the monster for you and puts it on your like and tells you where it is.
yeah.
It's basically the scout flies but cooler.
Yeah, falconry is cooler than the scout flies for sure.
Not sure what I did that for, guys. I was trying to do that, basically. I was trying to do a really cool dodge, and I just absolutely flubbed it.
I hate it when I put down a squid beacon and nobody uses it. Just super jump, cowards. Don't be a baby.
Yeah, Rise is a faster game than World. That's probably another part of it. Rise is Monster Hunter's Ninja Gaiden. Braddock says, I'd say Rise is Monster Hunter's Ninja Gaiden and World is Monster Hunter's Dark Souls, which is not the worst comparison.
I mean, I would say the like third generation is probably the game at its most Dark Souls.
That's weirdly enough like the only one of the only generations I like missed out on. I played
Honestly, like from what because I started at third gen, but I've heard from hardcore Monster Hunter people that first and second gen are like unplayable, and it's like insane looking back at it that they even got popular.
I started with the PSP port of the first Monster Hunter called Monster Hunter Freedom.
Yeah.
And then I played Monster Hunter Freedom 2, and I ended up not getting my hands on Freedom Tri, and I never played a single 4th gen game either. So I went straight from Monster Hunter Freedom 2 to
Generations Ultimate is 4th gen, right? That's the last 4th gen game.
Yeah, Generations Ultimate. In Japan, it got called like Double Cross.
Dude, the final game that we get for the 5th generation of Monster Hunter is going to be so fucking unhinged.
I mean, I've heard people theorize that Rise is supposed to be that game.
Oh, that like they're already moving on to like 6. I don't know if the math works out on that.
God damn it, I almost got through that, guys. Almost got through the whole combo. That's okay. Even if I'm not getting through like the whole combo, we're still doing decent damage. That's kind of what I like about the surge attack combo. You're not using the charge attacks all that often at all, but like you don't need to. You're still doing pretty decent damage just with normal combo attacks.
Like imagine a fucking modern Monster Hunter with the monster list of Generations Ultimate.
I do hope we get.
That would be so nuts.
I wouldn't mind if instead of doing a 3rd game, they just gave Rise another Sunbreak tier expansion that ended up having like expanding the monster list to the point that it's at about the same place as Double Cross. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, because that one has like, I think it has 94 large monsters or something fucking insane like that.
That fucking boar, dude. Yeah, and then shit like that happens, and I just can't get anything done. I get caught, dude. That doesn't happen very often, but I hate it when it does. That fucking boar getting me in the back really set me up to get fucked up there. I'm surprised I didn't faint.
I think I might actually lose this one. Looks like my AMR finally caught up to me.
Oh, fuck off, bug. Oh, I did the shoulder check too early that time. Oh my god, he goes on for so long with that attack. Holy shit, I didn't think he'd go that far. Oh my god, guys.
Dude, I need to go to like a local Comic-Con and find the greasiest kids there so that I can sit down and yell to somebody who will understand about how much I hate blasters in Splatoon.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I was really kicking his ass earlier, and now I'm just scuffed as shit, dude. Fuck off. He was one hit left. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. Literally all I had to do was hit him one more time.
I have no idea how we pulled a victory out of that at the end.
For the record, that kill would have looked a lot more impressive if I was going after him with my sword and shields. Some monsters, when it comes to sword and shield, I just have them fucking figured out. And Bishaten is one of them.
That's like one of the most satisfying spots in Monster Hunter is when you get to like the early late game and you've got good gear and you can just like fucking obliterate like mid game monsters without even like looking at them.
Yeah. You're like, I've killed enough of you that I know your moveset inside and out, or there's like a monster where you just kind of click with them and you're like, oh, I know your deal. Yeah. If I have the right weapon, I will fucking obliterate your existence. I'll delete your code from the game.
Once it gets to the point where you're like just turning Rathalos inside out, it's very fun.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna delete your code from the game, dude. Snake Mario says in-game can't break TOS. Well, fuck off. In real life, what's YouTube gonna do?
Pretty sure
fucking
that's not against YouTube TOS.
What's YouTube gonna do? Fucking ban me? I have 15 subscribers. Get out of here.
YouTube has a significantly more relaxed TOS when it comes to like things that are clearly jokes than Twitch does. Twitch is kind of in a fucking bad arc right now. I don't know what they think they're doing. Because they decided to make a bunch of really bad decisions right when like YouTube streaming is actually kind of picking up a little bit. It was insane. I don't know what they were thinking. There's probably going to be like some executives that get fired over this. There's going to be a bunch of Twitch board executives that are about to find out very quickly that they're in fact not the guy.
The greatest lesson of all.
Fucking some reptilian Amazon exec is going to show up and kill them with a box cutter like that Breaking Bad scene.
He's gonna show them a magic trick.
Yep. What is in ranked rotation right now?
Rainmaker. That, guys, I alt-tabbed for a second. We are still, in fact, playing the game.
I wonder what the max level is. I feel like it's probably 50.
Have you seen the trailer for the new hunting game, Wild Hearts? Yeah, I talked about that last time.
It's going to be bad.
The shorthand is that I'm not very impressed with it. The building mechanics look okay, but weird. And I'm not sure if it's weird in a good way. And the monster designs just look really boring. And they're very clearly going for one of those things where it's like, you're going to slay gods. As opposed to Monster Hunter, where the monsters feel like they're part of a living, breathing world. And the Elder Dragons being gods are very much like an exception and not the rule. And that's just looking at the game on its face from what the trailer showed me. The fact that it's being developed by EA, or at least EA is involved in the project, means that there's no chance in hell it's actually going to turn out okay. At the same time, though, I did say that I would love to be proven wrong when it comes to that. I think that Monster Hunter having some competition, some actual healthy competition, would be good for it. I mean, Monster Hunter hasn't been, like, degrading at all, in my opinion. But I still don't see how some competition for Monster Hunter would be a bad thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like the feudal... the feudal Japan vibe is cool, I guess, but I don't like the fucking, like, Fortnite building mechanics. It definitely seems like they're going hard.
You have to use them, like, mid-hunt.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Is it really like Fortnite style, where it's like you like are doing like instant placement of like walls and stuff?
Basically, yeah. That's what the trailer gives us the impression of. You do like walls, or you could put down like trap ballistas. You know, like a lot of the things that your palicos do for you. You know what I mean? A lot of the things your palicos do for you. The implication is that like you're just doing that yourself. You don't have an automated bot that puts down a lot of the traps and shit. You're doing it by hand.
Because that's the exact type of gimmick that I think you need to be thinking about if you want to compete with Monster Hunter, because you cannot compete with Monster Hunter on its own ground. Like,
yeah.
Capcom is at like an insane fever pitch right now in terms of like how good the games they're like. Capcom just puts out gold every year now.
It is, I don't know, it looks interesting, but if I'm being honest with you, I think that it all looks just kind of boring to me. I'm gonna try it out. I'll probably even try it out on stream. I'll give you guys like a bit of a show for what it's like, but I should not have dodged into him. I don't know what I was doing there.
Hellsign actually getting made would have been a fucking just absolutely S-tier hunting game.
Yeah. Cranking 90s while killing Anjanath. Oh no. Come on, Freddy, put the thing down. Appreciate it. Oh, fuck off. I'm pretty sure I dodged that one. That's the downside to the Surge combos, though, is how often they get interrupted, because it just takes a long time to get them out. But then if you do stuff like that, where you're able to get them in without the monster really responding appropriately... Oh, fuck off, Kestradon. Come on. What is with small monsters getting fucking involved in my hunts and fucking my groove up? Oh no! Oh, fuck off. The healing mist went away literally the moment I get by it. Come on. I'm craving some Garbo food right now. I had Garbo food earlier today, actually. It was worth it because I don't usually do that. I've been going real easy on the Garbo food, so it's kind of nice to get some every now and again.
Fucking. I was thinking about getting fast food today because I feel like I haven't eaten anything really trashy in like a month.
Go for it, dude. Amy and I did.
Dude, the current saga that is unfolding with Shammy right now is unreal.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, have you not been paying attention to any of this?
No, I don't like Shammy. You know that.
Well,
I think he's way too up his own ass, like all the time about everything.
Sit down for this one.
Okay.
Because Shammy has been on hormone therapy for like 3 months and is now a woman named Joy.
Oh, okay. Well, good for her.
Has been going on a rampage on Twitter for the past 4 days.
Well, you know what?
Let me read you some of the best hits.
Good for her. I did not know that. Has she been? Did she only just come out about it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, good for her. I still think that she's so far up her own ass that she like.
I can't tell if this is a manic episode or if she's just like finally happy to be on hormones. You know what I mean?
That tends to hit a lot.
I don't know which one it is.
No, that tends to hit a lot of trans women actually. Being so happy that like it seems like you're manic. I still think that creatively she's so far up her own ass that she can see out of her nostrils. But like,
very true.
I'm very happy for her.
God, there was so many tweets that were so fucking funny.
How on earth did I not catch that? By the way, I literally follow her on Twitter.
Hey, if you're trans and I know you, fuck you for not letting me know that I was going to start going into heat. It's a really funny one. Progesterone posters, I do not fucking believe you. I snarled and punched my laptop this morning and spent 30 minutes writhing around like a demon. I refuse to believe it can physically get worse. Here's the other one. There's a third one about the Wolverine. Hey, trans femmes out there, why don't you warn estrogen newbies about the bouts of debilitating horniness that turn you into a Wolverine? I thought MK Ultra had gotten to me the first time. It's just been a lot of that the past 4 days.
Well, you know what? I will give her credit. She's always been funny.
Yeah. The trans women need to stop DMing me to say, yeah, this is standard 3 months on E behavior. This is not standard anything behavior. I do not believe you. There's a lot of that kind of thing. Oh, also she posted Vor, and that's been a meme.
Oh, well, you know what? Now I'm mad. I had a roommate who was into Vor, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not a good one. I think I understand that one psychologically more than I understand a lot of the other like extremely niche fetishes though, because Vor is basically just like extreme BDSM.
Well, it's like really, it's like really extreme mouth play, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I understand this on a fundamental level. I see where I see which gears are moving here. But with like some of them, like inflation, I don't get.
I don't get that one either.
I do not get it.
I don't even understand that one.
That's why I sent out that tweet the other day. Because I need to know. I need somebody to explain to me.
Who the fuck? Oh, Rathian's back. You bitch, where are you going? Okay. You're leaving. Good. Maybe now that she's finally happy from being trans, she'll finally get over that whole I have to be a TV writer and anything else is subpar thing.
Well, dude, I have like transcended because I honestly would rather be a YouTuber than a TV writer. Like to me, like TV writer is lower.
It's such a no. I kind of agree. Like, it's such a strange thing that she was absolutely obsessed with. Like,
I don't think that was necessarily the case. I think so. A lot of people that are on not just YouTube, but like everywhere on the internet, whether it's like YouTube or Twitch or a podcast or whatever, a lot of them kind of have the same brain poisoning, which is that you need to constantly be doing better than before, which on one hand can be good creatively because you're always like trying to improve your skills and like increase your stuff. So like it's good to have that to a certain point. But I think a lot of them will view their like digital career as a stepping stone to something else, and I think that's where you start driving yourself insane.
as long as I hold block, the poison fog won't poison me. I fucking love this game, dude. I'm not. You think I'm joking? I'm not, dude. I love it so much.
It's October 1st today.
It is. We spooky now, lads. Also, to answer the question, Snake, that is Joy is in fact the owl reviewer.
The fact that new Epic of Gilgamesh content dropped before the Winds of Winter just has me feeling emotions. I don't even like Game of Thrones. I've never even read those books, but goddamn, that's funny.
George R. R. Martin on Suicide Watch, dude. I'm utterly convinced that, like, he would have been much happier if he was able to just write those books and he never actually got famous. I think fame has made his life worse.
Or, like, if he would have just had, like, sort of the normal amount of fame that an author has.
Yeah.
Once you get to, like, fucking J.K. Rowling tier fame, it's really hard to manage that while you're still alive. Like, can you imagine being George Lucas right now?
Oh, no, fuck that, dude.
Like, that must be so fucking surreal that, like, this, like, kind of goofy idea that you came up with in the 70s is now, like, the biggest IP on Earth. Because I'm pretty sure Star Wars is the biggest IP on Earth. Like, it has to be. I think the only thing that would come close to rivaling it would be, like, the MCU.
But yeah, I mean...
I bet you that Star Wars has, like, more international recognition.
It does. I guarantee it does.
Because it's been around longer.
You've got mangaka fucking, like, drawing and, like, manga and anime artwork of Star Wars characters. No one gives a fuck.
Japan is a little bit of an outlier because Japan is into Star Wars more so than like most foreign countries.
How popular was Game of Thrones before the TV show? It basically wasn't. It was like a cult classic.
Yeah, I would say that before the TV show, it was big in like the circles of people who read that type of shit. Like, if you were a person who reads fantasy, you definitely knew about it. So, like, he was a successful author for sure, but the show really just, like, fucking fired him out of a cannon.
Did you guys see that perfect shoulder check through his roar, by the way? I'm very proud of that. I'm sure hardcore greatsworders are like, yeah, I do that literally every time. But you know what? As you can tell from my gameplay, I don't do that every time.
Tim, I think you massively overestimate, due to your sample size of who you play games with, how good the average person is at a game. Most people are dog shit. I bet you the overwhelming majority of people that play Monster Hunter don't even know that you can do that.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know, dude. That just felt very clean.
Like,
Cleaner than I'm used to doing.
Most people don't even, like, finish the games that they're playing. Elden Ring is by far the easiest out of the core Souls games by, like, a huge margin. And people were talking about that game like it was fucking borderline impossible when it first came out. Eventually, the FromSoft cycle continued to turn, and people learned that it's actually broken as fuck. Which is always what happens.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm probably a lot better at this game than I give myself credit for, but I just don't always feel very good. Sometimes I do shit and it feels a bit scuffed. Even though, like, I know academically I'm doing just fine.
I kind of want to get back into Cyberpunk, but I also kind of want to wait for the DLC to come out. Because I don't want to burn myself out on another, like, 80-hour playthrough before the DLC.
Yeah, Braddock, I also feel awesome playing it. I feel especially awesome when I do well. And even when I'm doing, like, okay, I feel awesome because the sheer level of, like, anime superhero this game makes you feel is, like, so crispy. And I feel like anyone playing this game can always find at least one weapon that they're good at. There's so many different weapons, and they all play, like, basically different games that, like, yeah, someone might not be good with greatsword or longsword or whatever, but maybe they'd enjoy bow or a bow gun or, like, you know, or maybe you've got someone who's, like, one of those fucking fighting game freaks who can, like, see hitboxes and they enjoy Charge Blade, like.
Yeah, Charge Blade is the weapon that you need to be able to see hitboxes with.
I say maybe they're one of those freaks who can see hitboxes. All I really have to say is maybe they're black.
True.
Black people, you guys really are just, like, genetically superior at fighting games. I don't know how you do it. You're all so good. It's crazy. You look at professional fighting game tournaments, which I love to watch no matter what the game is, and, like, 3/4 of, like, the top players are black and the other third are Korean.
If you're at a fighting game tournament and your opponent is, like, a black guy with a One Piece t-shirt, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't survive. I'd die IRL.
Speaking of the fighting game community, what was the name of that guy in the fighting game community who's, like, actually crazy?
What do you mean?
Like, he's completely insane.
Okay, what do you mean by completely insane, though?
Like, delusional to the point of it being, like, schizophrenic.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I genuinely have no clue what you're talking about.
I'll figure it out here in a second.
I know I've seen some people say that about Sonic Fox because they're just a furry and cool.
No, it's definitely not him.
Well, them, but yeah.
This is gonna drive me insane.
Playing Sekiro is so much easier than hitting a counter with longsword. I agree with that. Sekiro is actually very, very easy moment to moment, and it's very fun, and it also has that really, like, punchy feel to it, where even
Sekiro has very big parry windows.
Well, not just that, but, like, even if you are literally just fighting like a mook, like a normal, like, Ashigaru dude, it still feels like an apocalyptic clash because they're so good with their sound effects and their visual effects. Like, playing Sekiro feels incredible.
I need the live Tim reaction to you trying to beat Guardian Ape.
I never got that far in a playthrough.
Guardian Ape
I
is
was
the
just got
most
distracted.
famously infuriating boss in the entire game.
I've played a whole bunch of Sekiro, but I very famously not actually gotten very far in the campaign because I'll be playing Sekiro, I'll get distracted by something else, play that something else, and then by the time I get back to Sekiro, I'm like, man, where the fuck am I? What was I doing? And I have to start all over again. Also, look at this fucking Puke X outfit. This shit makes me look like I'm straight out of Bloodborne. Look at this, dude. Jacob.
Oh, hang on, let me open the stream. Alright, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's definitely like the good hunter.
Yeah, 100% just the good hunter. That was the phrase I wanted. I couldn't remember what the player character in this game was called. The good hunter.
Yeah, I think that vibe is just going to be like something we see in games from now on.
Oh yeah.
Because Bloodborne was really unique in its armor designs. Like a lot of it was just sort of like Victorian era, like tricorn leather pirate shit, I guess. But the way that they did it, like they went deeper into it than anything ever has before.
Oh guys, look! I can get the really, really high tier orange Bishaten sword and shield. Oh, let's go, boys. Let's absolutely go. That's fucking incredible. It's only 10 points of damage less than the Kimura Warrior Sword. God, that rocks. I love that. And does blast damage. Ooh. God, you guys have no idea how much fun I'm gonna have with that one. And this one, when I unlock it, Venom Edge Plus, very excited for that. I'm probably gonna have to hunt a couple more Puke Pukes because I actually really want this. I need to double check. I need to double check how to get some of this stuff. So I imagine the lash or whatever the fuck it is this one, and I'm probably gonna need to like carve it off a fucking tail or some shit. Which is annoying because it's just kind of difficult.
I had full-on ego death last night after 1 gram of P natalensis. Neat.
Yes. The Bishaten Blast Sword. Princess. I'm gonna have to fight more Puke Pukes. Give me more Puke to kill. Google says Guardian Ape is easy if you have the spear.
Everybody, okay, listen. Everybody fucking says that everything is easy if you fucking do X, Y, or Z. Like, everybody says that.
Also, Braddock might have answered your question about who's the psychotic, like, who you think is the psychotic fighting game person. LTG is fucking bizarre. Dude's basically a shit talker that's bad at almost everything. I don't know who LTG is.
Yes, it fucking is LTG. Yeah, low tier god. Yes, that's what I was talking about. That guy's a fucking maniac.
Oh, okay, Snake actually pointed out a low tier god with a question mark. Okay, cool. So they figured it out for us, and I didn't notice until now. Yeah, low tier god. Okay, cool. Can you guys give me a brief? Give me a briefing on this dude. What's his dealio?
He just like is actually delusional and thinks that he's like the greatest gamer of all time, and will go to tournaments and just get fucking completely obliterated, and then talk about how like he only lost because there's elves inside his controller or whatever.
I'm not gonna.
Insane excuse he's making up with.
That's a shame because I'm not gonna lie. Low tier god is such a good fucking gamer tag that like, I want to be a fan just for the gamer tag
it's
alone.
it's good until you realize that he's thinking it unironically.
He lost to Vicent on a game Vis casually played, and LTG was a pro. Enough said.
What did they say?
Apparently, he lost to some guy at a game that guy is casual at, and LTG is a pro. So, it was embarrassing.
I mean, he's only a pro on a technicality. Like if I entered like a tournament, I could say that I was pro technically.
I mean, I think the big decider on whether or not you're a professional is if it's something you're getting paid to do for a living. That for a living part is doing like all the work. Like if he only ever goes to tournaments, then that's what makes him a pro. He may not be good at the games in question, but if he manages to make a living off just going to tournaments, then it is what it is. Man's a pro.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that's the case. Pretty sure he's not making a living.
Just making it clear to the audience that that is actually what the definition of a professional is. Being a pro does not immediately mean that you're good at whatever it is you're doing. It just means that you're making a living doing it. Just keep that.
I think we might have to adjust that definition because most stuff that is like competitive, you're not going to make a living on it unless you're like you can be in like a semi-professional sport league and be good, like good enough, like still better than fucking 97% of the people on Earth.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
professional archers famously like get paid shit, and like almost all of them have to figure out some kind of like a fucking side hustle.
I mean, I'll go out of my way to say that like I don't actually think we need to adjust the definition. I think we just need more respect for semi-pros. Because you say semi-pro and people tend to assume like, oh, you're just like a fucking guy who does this on weekends or something. Like, I think we just as a society don't have any real respect for semi-pros.
Yeah.
There's a clip where he's jacking it on stream. Oh no, some guy called Darkside Phil. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the infamous Darkside Phil fucking beat off clip. Darkside Phil's a trip, dude.
Ow. Okay, I'm getting too comfortable. LTG goes to Evo and always tries to get something, but he never wins.
That's gonna be me when I start going to archery competitions.
No, I think you're better than you give yourself credit for. I think you definitely have the potential to win something.
I can place at state shoots for sure. Especially once I get the actual barebow set up, it's gonna be insane. Because I'm shooting as good as I am right now on like a insanely like unoptimal setup. I'm shooting better than my equipment to like a certain level.
Oh, man. Good thing I'm a fucking ninja. I don't care about being knocked off cliffs. Oh, what the fuck? Uh-oh. Okay. Give me that fucking material. There we go. Oh, it's just a tear. God damn it. I can never get into fighting games. That shit is so psycho. Yeah, fighting games I feel like are one of those things where the level of grinding and like practice you need to get actually good at them is so insane. You might as well just learn how to actually fight IRL.
Well, the trick with fighting games is that it has to be like your youth genre. You have to get into it young.
That's a good point. If you get into fighting games from an early age and you just develop like the sense for them, that's half the work done already.
Yeah. You have to like, because then you're getting, because if you're coming in like new, I could imagine if you were from like, if you were from like a really high speed shooter, or you were like a speed runner, or something like that. Like if you're coming from a section of the gaming community where your brain is already like wired to move that fast, then you can probably learn them and be fine. But if you don't have some kind of like high speed background, it's gonna be really fucking difficult to get into fighting games at any kind of reasonable level.
I played a lot of high-speed shooters, racing games when I was young, so I probably could get into fighting games if I wanted to. But, I mean, you guys seen how I do with the third-person action titles. I imagine it's not that much different, right? But still, it's just really intimidating. I feel like that's also part of it, is just getting over the mental of how psycho fighting games are.
Well, you have to understand like all the hitboxes and stuff mechanically, because everybody always talks about how like there's this like thing that happens when people start learning fighting games. Like phase 1 is they just like get kind of good at it intuitively, and then phase 2 is they start like grinding and memorizing combos for like a couple of main characters, and then like that makes you, once you've like done the grind and you've got like your combos and your like switch ups and stuff memorized, that makes you better than like the overwhelming majority of players. But the next phase is getting to the point where like you're not fighting with like canned combos, but you actually like understand the game deeply enough to like do all that stuff intuitively, and like you can predict what the other person is about to do and stuff. And like getting from the canned combo phase to like the part where you like understand a game on a deep level is really difficult, and that's the difference between people that are good and people who are actually professionals.
I didn't read how to use this thing appropriately. I'll have to go back and read that later. Oh. Okay. That's how I do it. You actually go back to the marionette spider. Dude, why won't this tail sever? Holy shit. I'm beating the fuck out of this Fuke and the tail just will not sever. I definitely feel like I'm targeting the right areas. And I'm using my switch scroll that has all my like slashing attacks on it for like that exact purpose, basically. You have 2 switch scrolls now in Sunbreak, and I have 1 scroll. You like switch between your switch skills at will. And the one that my red one is built around the shield for when I'm using a sword and shield that has really high raw damage, or if I don't want to lose my sharpness. And my blue scroll, the one I'm on right now, is the one that uses my sword for everything, which is very heavy on, which is good for like elementals and status, and in this case, trying to cut off a tail. At least it should be. It's just not cutting off the fucking tail.
Oh, this is so funny. I just found a video on Reddit where, like, these guys have a fake. So imagine like a coaster.
Yeah.
The coaster has like fake cocaine lines on it, so that you can like trick people into trying to do cocaine, but it's fake. God, that is fucking funny.
Ah, we finally did it. Let's go. I'll take the damage to get the carve off. Let's go. It's nice to see you on improvement. Oh yeah, absolutely. Fighting games are definitely one of those titles where, like, when you start improving, you are 100% going to, like, notice yourself getting better.
I need to learn a fucking instrument. I keep saying don't do it. I need to commit. It needs to be my next project.
Need to learn how to what now?
Play an instrument.
Yeah. I have a couple ocarinas if you want to borrow one.
I need to learn either, like, I need to do one of two things. I either need to do the ukulele plan, or I need to pull the trigger on finally learning the piano. It's like the normiest one to do.
I think the ukulele would be a lot better for you. You can bring it to parties.
Yeah, but for one, I don't go to parties. Two, nobody wants to be that guy.
Well, I guess.
The only place that I go that it's like socially acceptable to show up with an instrument would be when I camp with those guys in Eastern Washington.
I love this monster's design. Oh yeah, no, Gumger. Puke Puke is an incredibly good design. It's easily one of my favorite designs from World. It was really cool.
A lot of like the lower level monsters have some of the best designs, which is a shame, really.
Yeah, I really, really, really loved the Puke Puke design. It's absolutely fantastic. I adore it. I'm actively...
Did you not have a flash pod to knock him out of the air right there?
No, I just didn't think about it, if I'm being honest with you. I probably do have one in my inventory somewhere. I just don't see a big deal out of chasing a monster. Wow, he barely had any HP left. I usually just don't see a big deal about chasing a monster. It's a good chance for me to, like, sharpen my weapon.
I just really like using flash pods.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. Flash pods are very fun. I'm watching Iron Blooded Orphans for like the 4th time. Why do I do this to myself? Because you have good taste. Iron Blooded Orphans is Kino. Hey, we have enough for the Venom Edge Plus. Yeah, Jacob, I'm sorry. I know you don't like the term, but like, it's good at what it's for.
I guess. We can agree to disagree on that one.
It is literally just the German word for theater.
Whenever I hear Kino, I just think about, like, the stinkiest kid in my high school Japanese class talking about how much he loves Fallout New Vegas. Like, that's the image conjured in my head when I hear somebody call something Kino.
God, that's rough, dude. That's very rough. And yeah, I could be watching something.
The only NFT I care about is nerds in the fucking trash can.
I could be watching something new instead of watching 50 episodes of something again. It's a good show. Don't let anyone tell you opposite. Honestly, I think it's probably the best like non-Universal Century Gundam show out there, with the exception of maybe like G Gundam for the sheer camp of it.
Also, most shows are bad, so you might as well watch 50 episodes of something good a second time or a third time.
Well, that and also Turn A Gundam is really good. Although if
I've never really been a guy that can rewatch stuff. In retrospect, I think that might be like an ADHD thing, because I don't get the same amount of dopamine watching something a second time as I did the first time.
It could be. I don't
even really replay video games unless it's a game like the Soul series or something that has like an insane amount of replayability. That's why I like the Zelda randomizer so much. I almost did a randomizer stream today, but I decided not to.
Well, I guess I appreciate it. So that you're not like completely overshadowing me.
I mean, we probably would be doing the exact same thing we're doing now.
Fair enough, actually. No, good point.
Dude, the other day I was streaming on Twitch, and there was like 5 seconds of dead air like that, and Emma just out of nowhere goes, "Don't you think it's crazy how much more autism we got when we started vaccinating our kids more?"
Emma, you fucking piece of shit.
So funny.
Emma, you piece of shit, dude. Alright, guys, we got the Venom Edge Plus, we got the Puke Mega Sword and Shield. No, I'm a huge fan of IBO. I'm a huge fan of IBO for a lot of reasons. Low-key, one of my favorite things about IBO is just that it's one of the very few TV shows out there that actually has a good, positive, like non-toxic portrayal of a polyamorous relationship.
Wait, what does? What are we talking about?
Iron Blooded Orphans. It has like a really good positive portrayal of a polyamorous relationship, and the best part about it is that no one in that relationship really knows the concept ahead of time. It's not like there's one polyamorous person who's like convincing all the others. They literally, the three of them, discover it together by going like, "Oh, well, we all really like each other. What do we do about this?"
Important public service announcement. Terraria is $5 right now.
Yep, go get Terraria if you don't have it already.
I don't know how you don't already have Terraria, but
I have it.
In the off chance that you're one of the 6 people on Earth that hasn't bought Terraria.
But like, not only the main trio, but also like the pirates, the friendly pirates that that Tekadon ends up working with is just one guy and his harem of wives. And like when one of the wives ends up getting interested in another man, he's like, "I wish you nothing but happiness. I'm so happy for you." Her like husband. It's just a genuine positive, non-toxic portrayal of like, two different kinds of polyamorous relationships, and it's such a I love that about the show so much. It's awesome. So IBO is based for that alone. That and like getting away from the lasers and returning to like physical guns and physical weapons was like easily one of the best things they decided to do for IBO.
Oh, the DLC for the Ascent is out.
Yeah, that 5G and vaccinations are really doing a number on today's youth. Yeah, dude, it's wild.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just wait till 6G comes out.
And then there's the guy who likes Shino. Oh, you'll have to remind me on that one. I don't know. I don't remember which part you're talking. It's been a while since I've rewatched IBO. I'm actually bound for a rewatch soon. For some reason, I can't remember Shino by name. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Fuck yeah, it's Shino's one of the Gundam pilots, and the dude who's like his one of his like service crew has like a big crush on him. I remember who you're talking about. No, I remember now. And you're correct. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Because that one's gay. IBO is an incredibly queer show. IBO is a very queer show, and it's very good for that reason.
I love that society has looped all the way back around to where I can just say things are gay again. Incredible.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. We did that in less than a generation, dude.
Yeah, you guys, people in chat that are like 15, you don't understand the whiplash that we're experiencing right now.
A single generation, we went from like using the word gay to describe something that absolutely sucked and was negative, and just calling people faggots all the time. It had nothing to do with their sexuality. They were just like being nerds or whatever.
Dude, this is the fucking story that I always tell people to like impress upon them the extent to which that like we didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know that was a slur for gay people until like my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, it was just something you called someone who was being stupid.
It was just a word that you learned. It's fucking crazy.
No, you guys really don't understand. We went from that experience to understanding that no, that's a slur and we shouldn't be calling people that, and having like hate crimes happen around it. And now, at least in the queer community, we're just rediscovering the fact that we can just call each other faggot again, and it's fun. It's insane. You guys really don't get how fucking wild it is. All this happened in a single generation. It's crazy, dude. How would you rate...
Do you remember the Hillary Duff Don't Say Gay PSA?
Yeah, I do remember the Hillary Duff Don't Say Gay PSA.
What?
It was
buck
wild.
I'm gonna post it in chat.
You guys really like
don't know.
Those in the chat who are like young, you really just don't fucking understand. It's crazy for us.
Oh, this is so much funnier than I remember.
How would you rate the polyamorous relationship in Demon Slayer? I've not seen Demon Slayer, so I can't comment on it.
Dude, Hillary Duff has the most powerful, just like Chelsea Clinton reptile energy in this clip. Holy shit! I might have to put her on the lizard people list.
No, she's not lizard people, dog. She's not lizard people. You don't know what she's like nowadays. Hillary Duff nowadays is a normal person.
Do you want to know how I know? You want to know how I know that she's not lizard people? Because she had a mental breakdown in Hollywood, which is exactly what a normal person would do.
I was a huge Lizzie McGuire fan, and I've kept up with Hillary Duff, and she is actually just a person, like a normal, pretty aware, like, person, which is why you don't hear anything about her.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You missed it.
Yeah, no, that's what Jacob said. You missed it.
I just said, like, she had a mental breakdown in Hollywood,
They
which means that she's
canceled
normal.
the Lizzie McGuire reboot because she wanted her character to actually have sex.
That's so awesome, dude.
Like a 30-year-old woman might do.
God, I love.
Dude, didn't the fucking iCarly reboot, like, kind of go hard?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
So they rebooted iCarly and it went out to like streaming services, and the premise of the show was that they're like adult YouTubers now and they're not in school anymore.
God, that's unfortunate.
Which like I heard it was pretty good.
I'm sure it was perfectly fine. I'm sure it's a high quality piece of media, but that is fucking
Okay, let's not get crazy. We don't have to go around calling things high quality pieces of media. Let's not go nuts.
Why was everyone mad about that when it came out? Are you talking about the don't say gay thing? This guy's already poisoned. Let's go.
Back in like the early 2000s, the public discourse was like as unhinged as it is right now about trans people,
But just for
like,
gay
just
people.
normal ass gay people. Which is pretty crazy to think about.
Why was everyone mad about Demon Slayer when it came out? I don't know, dog. I haven't seen Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I genuinely don't know the show. So I can't comment on why people might not have liked it. I don't even think I've seen a clip of it. I didn't even know it was a show until
Yeah,
you
I don't
guys
think I
just
got
asked.
far enough into Demon Slayer to get to that part. Which is unfortunate because Demon Slayer is really good. I should finish it. I want a Monster Hunter game to do one of these bird wyverns as like an in-game fight.
There is actually Jan Garuga.
What gen is that from?
I don't know what gen it's from originally, but it came back in World for Iceborne.
What is this fight?
It's like a dark purple, blue, fucked up, like scarred version of a Jan Kut-Ku, which was like literally a first gen monster.
I mean, he's got wings though, which is a little bit of a.
Oh, you mean you want like a theropod bird wyvern?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You want like a fucking like a great joggy or whatever that just happens to fucking destroy people.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like kind of like a fucking Devil Joe tier fight, but it's like a fucking normal ass bird wyvern.
I think the closest we ever got to that was that Kulu Yaku fantasy or Final Fantasy crossover where like it found a Final Fantasy crystal and kept growing.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. World had some fucking wild crossovers, dude.
Yeah. I really enjoyed killing the Leshen as in the Witcher crossover.
Yeah.
The Witcher crossover was a ton of fun.
Has Rise been keeping up the tradition of having completely unhinged events?
I don't know actually. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the events. I don't think so off the top of my head. There's nothing that's like coming to mind immediately. I don't think Rise did anything like buck wild. I really enjoyed the Final Fantasy crossover stuff because like Final Fantasy is just a very natural game to cross over Monster Hunter with. Like fighting Behemoth from Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter was probably one of the most natural crossovers in any video game. Like, yeah, no, this fits absolutely perfectly. Oh, shit. I'm getting lazy. Witcher is pretty wacky. I like Witcher a lot. Witcher was another, like, natural crossover. Especially once The Witcher 3 made it clear that, like, the setting had dimensional travel. And you can, like, visit other worlds.
I feel like that's just a staple of fiction now.
Oh, because it's neat.
Yeah, the mini worlds interpretation kind of escaped the lab a little bit.
I'm not going to complain about it, to be honest. I like it a lot.
I like it from a media perspective, but I think it's a lame scientific theory. Because it's like a really annoying attempt to like fix a problem with the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics. We're like,
my
oh
God.
well, all that other stuff actually does happen. It's like, oh well, can you test that? They're like, no, it happens in a magic universe that you can never see. It's like, well then what the fuck?
It's like, then, well, what's the point?
Yeah, then shut the fuck up. Right now we're in kind of a frustrating end point in physics where like there's a lot of really difficult problems that and like really difficult mysteries that we can't figure out, and the response to that has been to come up with a bunch of insane like untestable theories, and then the physics community is getting mad that people are using those to come to like paranormal conclusions. Well, it's like, okay, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. What else are we supposed to do?
What did you think was going to happen when you came up with a bunch of extremely unhinged mathematical theories that can't be proven one way or the other, that are like really difficult to understand and like sound like ghosts on paper?
No, yeah, definitely, I agree. It is a pretty natural thing to have happen at that point. Snake in my heart says Siri in Cyberpunk when. I mean, she could if she wanted
I'm sure
to.
that mod already exists. There's probably a Siri Cyberpunk preset. I'm gonna Google it right now. There's no way there's not.
Yeah, no, I agree with Jacob on this one. She's probably already in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. On nexusmods.com. I'm sure that pretty much any like widely popular video game girl at this point probably has somebody out there who has made the Cyberpunk preset.
Very well done, Tim.
Man, Siri with fucking Cyberpunk tattoos goes hard.
Siri is kind of like one of the ultimate punk girl designs. She's an incredible punk girl design. The silver hair and the eye scar are really turn her into like an anime tier, like punk. And I have a weakness for silver hair anime girls, so you already know she my waifu.
We're back.
Yep. Oh, shit. Man, I absolutely shit all over that Kuliaku, and for some reason this Axanom has my number. Tim, what are you doing, dude? Shit, I timed that one really badly. I don't even know why I did that.
Yeah, my fucking ear is all clogged up again. Shit's so annoying.
Fuck, I do have a couple of flash bombs. I could have thrown those. Ow! Fuck all the way off.
I'm so excited for the new M&M. Can't believe we finally have a new M&M.
Wait, there's a new, like the candy?
No, like the mascot. We have a purple M&M now.
Oh.
Imagine a world.
Tim, what the fuck was that? I keep trying to do these goddamn guard points and I'm not hitting them.
Oh, this is a good one.
Is the M&M hot?
No. She's the en bloc. She's like a peanut M&M, like the yellow one, which is inherently a less sexy shape than the standard M&M.
Dude, I'm so excited for you to tweet that and then for someone to quote tweet that and go, "This is fat phobia."
I'm tweeting it right now.
I say this as a generally kind of round guy. I'm in that very awkward demographic where I'm round but still pretty fit, so. I felt the force on that dodge, guys. That was in my bones. Isn't M&M canon that the brown and green M&M together? I don't know. It has literally never occurred to me to check. That's... What? Why? Why would they... Okay, no, I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to have, like, a canon of sorts. That's just... Okay.
I don't think M&M canon exists. I think this is shit that a bunch of psychos on the internet have made up. I don't think any of this is real.
Mora, mora, morai!
Yeah, exactly. You thought you heard something about it, which is how psychotic disinformation on the internet spreads.
This is how it all starts.
You fucking see a tweet, and then 7 months later, your brain has slotted that tweet into the things that are real section of your brain. And now we're having this conversation. It might have been a Pride Month marketing stunt. That's definitely true. Are M&M's owned by Nestle? Or are they Mars?
I think M&M's are Nestle.
I think they're Mars.
Are they? Shit.
Yeah, they're Mars. Not a lot of people know this, but Mars Incorporated is like a sleeper fucking cyberpunk mega corporation. They're famous for candy, but they fucking dominate the veterinary industry too. Like all of your fucking major dog brands and like dog toys and all of that stuff is all fucking also owned by Mars. Like these are the companies everybody always talks about, like the tech companies because they're the one, like, you see tech companies every day. Like, every day you open up your phone and see the Amazon logo. So everybody, like, thinks about them. But there are a bunch of other, like, multinational mega corporations that you never hear about or think about that are, like, as destructive, if not more destructive. Like, fucking Monsanto is on a different level. So, fucking listen to this shit. So Monsanto is actually, with how big and demonic they are, they're literally a fucking subsidiary. Like, Monsanto is owned by Bayer.
God
These are the
damn
fucking
it, dude.
companies that are actually doing the cyberpunk dystopia. Bayer is a pharmaceutical company, and I think they're like the third or fourth biggest one, which means that the biggest, like agrochemical the biggest agrochemical agricultural corporation is owned by like the third biggest pharmaceutical corporation. It's fucking crazy, dude. Also, I'm pretty sure that the mercenary company, formerly known as Blackwater, is literally owned by Monsanto now, so they have like a private security military. Like, they're fucking gearing up for some shit.
I really hope you guys appreciated that particular round of that fight against that Axonom, because I was beating her fucking ass. My guard points were on points. I don't like that phrasing, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh my. Bayer was the fucking producer of Zyklon B. Incredible, dude. That's awesome.
I got distracted for no reason. I didn't think she'd aggro that fast, so I went to go pick the bones while she, like, got down and napped. Oh, the guard point counter for the kill, dude. Oh, my God, that was so cool.
Who the fuck is this Bernard Almond guy? What does he do? French business magnate?
Please tell me someone saw that. That was so rad. That was one of those fucking hero moment kills where you're like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the force, dude. Guard point off the roar and then use that to kill her. Hell yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
People keep saying that Bezos and Musk are, like, on track to be the world's first trillionaires. But I'm not seeing it in the cards, dude. Elon is at 219 billion right now, which is a lot, but that's fucking a long way to go to $1 trillion. I don't know if that empire is going to hold up.
Ooh, I'm just having a moment here that felt powerful.
What the fuck is the Oracle Corporation?
Oh,
a villain
no.
name if I've ever heard it.
That does not
What do
sound
these
good.
Psychos do?
That does not sound good.
Oracle Corporation is an American multinational computer technology corporation headquartered in Austin, Texas, the third largest software company in the world. How? What? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. There's these fucking companies that you never hear about.
Yeah.
That are completely under the radar. That are, like, actually pulling the strings.
Bro, look at how hot this chick is. It's not even fair.
Yeah, but what is the quest table girl got going on?
In this particular game, the quest table girl is a young, is a princess, and she's like a kid.
Damn it.
Okay, in this village, hold on, give me a moment. Actually, give me a second. Let me get this cutscene out of the way, or this conversation out of the way, and then I'm going to show you the other... Hold on. The other guild girl is insanely hot. Give me a moment.
I like a bitch behind a desk, dude. I work in retail.
No, Minoto is the default game, not the DLC, but the default game's desk girl. She's hot. So here, let me show you. Jacob, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's get these out of the way.
Hang on, let me refresh the stream because I think I paused it for a second.
We're hovering on her. That's okay.
Yeah, that's very generically hot, I suppose.
What?
I mean, she's hot, but she's hot in a way that I would expect. You know what I mean? I like to be surprised by my video game women.
Fuck, I don't know, man. There's also this chick, but she's not a desk girl. She's my favorite.
I need other famous women behind a desk in video games.
Jacob, this one's my favorite.
Yeah, that makes sense. Other than, I already got the bomb shoe girl, obviously. This tweet's gonna bang, dude.
The Goblin Slayer desk girl is insanely hot. I don't know if that's like... It's not a video game. I don't know if it's relevant to what you're thinking about. I mean, it's basically a video game. Yeah, thinking out loud, it is kind of just like a video game, to be honest. There's not one that I know of, but I could link you to a video about the top 10 hottest female Sonic characters. Are there not only 10 female Sonic characters?
Yeah, it's Rogue is 1 through 5. And then yeah, what are our options even?
Yeah, like
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Jacob and I clearly aren't like Sonic the Hedgehog people. Help us out.
We got Amy, who gives me the vibes of a woman who refuses to suck dick, so she's out. Like, Rogue obviously is in. The B, I think the B is, like, underage, so that doesn't work. This purple bitch looks like female Shadow, so I don't know about that. The bunny also looks underage. Like, our pickings are really slim here.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like we have a lot of options.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked in this department, I think.
Where was that Puke? Oh, god damn it. I meant to right-click it for options.
This girl that's, like, Native American coded looks... I could maybe work with that. But she also looks like she'll have that really annoying, like, Shinto priestess anime personality, which would suck.
You're not a fan?
No.
Hold on. I'm already partway through a Zinogre glaive, aren't I? Where's the Zinogre? Yeah, I'm already partway through a Zinogre tree. I don't think I want to bother going on to a Tobi Kadachi tree as well. Hold on. Let's see how far they get. Okay, 170, 22, 10%. Yeah, the Zinogre stuff is heavier on the... The Tobi Kadachi's redoes more neutral damage, but the Zinogre one is a better element, which if I'm bringing an elemental glaive, I want it to do the elemental damage. So we're not going to go down the
Oh, it's
Tobi.
insect glaive. I was like, what fucking weapon class is this? Is that like a spear? But it's glaive, of course.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll like upgrade the Kuliaku one, just kind of for fun, to see how well that works. See if there's even anything that like that can go for. I think I might have to hunt down some high rank, not master rank, but high rank Puke Pukes.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go back and thrash motherfuckers.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a high rank. How have I not emptied out all the high ranks? Oh, because there's a bunch of like there's some like doubles and like Elder Dragons. I haven't. No, it's just doubles basically. I just decided I didn't feel like doing all the doubles. I'll probably have to go back and do a couple of those later. Is this where the Puke is? No. I'm probably have to go back even further. We're gonna go bully the shit. We're gonna go bully the absolute shit out of a young Puke. I guess for fun, I'm gonna kill this Puke with my high Puke sword. Like I assume Puke is resistant to poison damage, cause it's a poison, like monster. But like, you know, whatever. I would definitely bully Puke in high school. Oh yeah, same. Puke strikes me as the kind of monster that would get horny when you bully it, but it wouldn't admit to it.
I just saw a Snake in my yard's fucking message in the chat. I can't wait to have my bad dragon brand cyber heart. What do we got? What do we got going on Bad Dragon? What are the deals right now?
Snake seems super into Bad Dragon right now because they also made a joke about Minoto having a Bad Dragon behind her desk.
It's a funny bit.
I guess.
What do we got? Award-winning toys. Who is giving you awards? Who is the body awarding it? This one right here.
I mean, I assume the body with the Bad Dragon in it.
This is like a fleshlight, but it's like a deer ass. That's pretty incredible. But okay, here's my critique of the fleshlight that's shaped like a deer's ass. If you're gonna do this, stop being a coward and actually color it like a deer.
Oh no, is it like colored like a person, or is it like bright?
It's like wacky, like camo colored. I mean, you've got like a bunch of different options that you can pick, but don't be you're being like I wouldn't expect this level of cowardice from Bad Dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that does seem out of character.
Yeah, like, we got this one that's like a dog mouth. Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, should be shot then. It's a good company, from what I know. I haven't heard anything bad about them. Well, I assume a dildo company is inherently pretty chill, but like, it's still a weird.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to fuck that up. Also, they have the market cornered because who else is gonna make nobody is gonna. First of all, we all know that furries are willing to massively overpay for niche products targeted towards them. And who else is going to be the furry dildo brand? Nobody. Like they've cornered a market that has a history of knowing that people are gonna fucking cough the money up. Do these feet have pussies? Oh, you better believe it. Foot guys stay winning, unfortunately. I like how the one that's like an H.R. Geiger penis is called Richie. Incredible.
Bad Dragon review when? Oh, fuck, that'd be so good.
I've always wanted to do this bit where, like, I've wanted to get, like, just the biggest, most fucked up Bad Dragon dildo, but I want to get one of the ones that has, like, the hole in the top where they put the tube in for the fake cum, you know?
Yeah.
And put that on a table, just, like, in my living room, and put a single flower in it like it's a vase. That shit would be so funny.
Fuck, that would be such a good bit.
That's what I'm saying. It's gotta be... Like, I feel like the normie option for, like, doing that bit is to get one of the horse dick ones, but I feel like we have to transcend the horse dick. We have to go even further beyond.
We have to... No, it's got to be appropriate to us and, like, our household, which means it should be, like, an alien one.
I was going to say that the alien one almost gives you plausible deniability, but I don't think it does.
Oh, no, not at all.
Also, that one's not big enough. Can I sort these by size?
I'd be really upset if you couldn't.
Like, what's the deal here?
I have to assume that you'd be able to, right? That's like a... You'd assume everyone at some point would be like, can I sort these by size? That's just something that would happen.
Or do they have, like... Hang on, I think they actually have options, like size options for each one. Oh, they do.
I'm going to open a dildo shop that just caters to furry and call it Red Rocket Inc. That's a good idea, actually.
Well, you'd be competing with Bad Dragon, so you're dead in the water.
Right, but like as far as the name goes, that's really solid. Don't they have a dildo based on the Doom games? Based on the Doom game called the Baron. God, that's so awesome. I hope they do.
Almost for sure. They like so one of the other things that Bad Dragon does that is like a genius business model is that they have like a rotation. Like some of their products are limited. Oh, this one right here is Baron. Yeah, that looks like it's probably Doom theme. My favorite one they've ever done was called Bruce, and it was based on a shark dick, so it was a double-headed dildo, which was incredible.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
It's named after the animatronic they used to film Jaws.
Yeah, that's a really excellent reference.
They've got some real motherfuckers in the marketing department, dude.
gotta rotate that content like Destiny. Yeah, unfortunately. I understand why they're doing it. That doesn't mean I like it. So I have the dialogue in this game set to the Monster Hunter Simlish, like made up language, which means I have no idea what anyone's saying. At least if it was Japanese, I'd probably recognize like a word here or there, just because like I grew up kind of listening to it. But the Monster Hunter Simlish, I don't got shit, dude. I gotta go purely off tone and like context.
Man, Elon's robot reveal is really embarrassing.
Everything that man reveals is embarrassing.
Yeah, I hate that, like...
The Cybertruck was embarrassing. Anytime he references the fucking Hyperloop, everyone's like, "Shut up, you fucking loser!" Like, he sucks.
Let me be clear. The tech guys have always sucked, but there was a time where, like, if you had like a Microsoft announcement or like an Apple keynote, it was going to be something genuinely interesting. And we've like hit this wall in innovation where like nobody really knows where they're going. And everybody knows that we've hit it because I just saw this article the other day that all of the big tech companies are shutting down their like moonshot R&D projects. So like everybody understands that like we're at a wall now and nobody really knows where to go.
Okay, so broken parts reward 75%, capture reward 18%, carb 16%. So for that Puke Puke sack, I should probably be capturing it. I should be capturing it. I should be capturing the high rank Puke Puke.
Sometimes when I fucking sitting at this mic, I get like this weird kink in my neck, like sitting at my desk at a weird angle.
It does.
Stop doing that.
No, I get that sometimes. Hold on, is there one of these where I can hunt like 2 Puke Puke? That would help me out a lot.
Ooh.
No, there's not. Maybe there's... Is there one here?
Alright, I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna leave here in a minute.
Alright, you said now. I'm gonna stay around for a while. I'm gonna hang out for a while. You guys are definitely free to hang out. I'm not going nowhere. Not for a little bit.
I'll see you
least.
later.
Yep. See you. Nice hat. Thank you. I'm trying to find something to replace it with on this outfit, but like it just constantly seems to be like the best hat for the outfit. I'm always trying to find something that'll like work, but nothing ever really works quite so well. Time to get that forbidden Eldritch knowledge. Yeah. Oh, fuck me, there's a Rajang here. Wow. Well, we're going to avoid his ass, because I can kill a Rajang. I've done it a couple times before, but generally speaking, not easy. Rajang is one of those monsters that I only will tackle if I'm on my like preferred weapon. Like, if I have the sword and shield, then I feel okay about fighting a Rajang. But if I was doing this with like my greatsword or something... No way in hell. I would avoid that Rajang at literally all costs. I would never in my life think about hunting a Rajang at anything other than my best weapon. Maybe I could hunt a Rajang with Insect Glaive, but I'd feel a lot more comfortable with Sword and Shield. Because Rajang really loves getting like right in your fucking face. And Sword and Shield, you know, I can at least block with that. Rajang is very scary. Okay, I wish Jacob were here for this part of this conversation because he would have a lot to say about this. Rajang is scary because it's a monkey. Monkeys are terrifying because they're almost us, but they're just more dangerous. on like an individual level in terms of like raw power and like psychotic energy. Has Monster Hunter done a Lovecraftian monster yet? I think the closest they've done is... I think the closest they've done to a Lovecraftian monster is whenever they did the Witcher crossover. And we got to fight a Leshen in World. That's like borderline Lovecraft. Juratotus I don't think is freaky enough to be like a... It's a fish monster, yeah, but I don't know if it's like... freaky enough. I don't know, man. I guess it kind of depends on how you define Lovecraftian, because when George R. R. Martin was writing a bunch of stuff for Elden Ring, he was like, "Oh, I really got inspired by Lovecraft and like, you know, the Eldritch abominations and stuff, but all the monsters and shit that George R. R. Martin had a hand in, it was like, dude, imagine if you saw a dragon so big you peed yourself." Like, there just wasn't... There's not a lot there for, like, horror. There was that big flying squid monster. I don't remember a big flying squid monster. Is that from a generation that I missed? Yeah, I mean, if you're going purely off aesthetics, then, like, yeah, Lovecraft stuff tends to be, like, really, like, watery, you know, fishy type shit. Because that stuff, like, freaked him out a lot. So, like, if you're going off purely aesthetics, then, like, maybe Juratotus, but I just don't think it's a scary enough design. For me, like, Lovecraft has to be kind of, like, inherently spooky. Yamasumaki? It's been a while since I played 2nd Gen. Let me Google that. Yamasumaki. Okay, yeah. That's... You know what? I can see that. That's fairly Lovecraftian. Yeah, Yamasumaki I think is definitely up there. That's an option. Nothing in Monster Hunter looks particularly scary. I don't know, dog. Some stuff looks pretty scary. Rajang is pretty scary. Rajang does actually unironically look pretty scary. No, I think it looks scary. I understand that you're making a distinction between threatening and scary, and I think Rajang looks scary. Like, I have monkey fear. Or that squid monster that covers itself in the bones of Elder Dragon. Are you talking about Val-Hazak? Actually, hold on. Val-Hazak is pretty fucking fairly Lovecraftian. Val-Hazak is like straight out of Val-Hazak is like straight out of Bloodborne. I completely forgot about Val-Hazak. Nakarkos. I don't remember. I'll have to Google that one too. Let me Google that one. Oh yeah, I do remember Nakarkos. Yeah, Nakarkos is fairly Lovecraftian. I think Val-Hazak is also up there. Took me forever to find this guy. Oh, he just immediately runs away. Fuck off. Oh, I didn't get to him in time. I particularly think that Rajang looks like a pretty Unga Bunga monster. It does, and I have a monkey fear, so I think that's scary. I can't emphasize enough. Like, I legitimately am, like, afraid of monkeys. Like apes and, like, Big Monkey. Big Monkey is, like, scary for Tim. I'm not afraid of, like, lemurs and shit, but, like, I have a big monkey fear. Yeah, you're afraid. Yeah, you're afraid of big dogs. So I'm sure there's, like... I'm sure there's, like, a big dog monster that would seem kind of spooky to you. Yeah, no, the Black Veil Val-Hazak, the one you're talking about that is in the Ancient Forest. Yeah, dude. That shit is very Lovecraftian, I think. Yeah, monkeys don't scare me. I think I was using the wrong term. Monkeys don't scare me. Primates scare me. Oh, retriever? You don't like retrievers? I'm assuming that's the animal that attacked you. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have assumed retrievers are very scary. Oh, that's the one you're not afraid of. Okay. Sorry, I misread. Yeah, the retrievers are notoriously... I say notoriously like it's a bad thing. Retrievers are very, very notably, like, dumb and like, loving to a degree that other dogs, even other dogs, have a hard time competing with. A golden retriever will love you like basically nothing else in this world. Yeah, no, the dog getting upset and thinking that it did something wrong because you're afraid of it is very much like a retriever thing. They're like the most harmless. They're easily the most like harmless and loving dog basically in the world. Nothing will love you like a retriever. They're too dumb to function. If you want a smart dog, retrievers are not what you want. But if you want a dog that will love you until the end of time, to a degree that's almost annoying, you want a retriever. Dumb as a box of rocks, though. Can't emphasize that enough. I knew everybody who had a retriever. Stupidest dog I've ever seen. And also, my spouse had a brown lab. Also, the dumbest dog I've ever seen. But genuinely precious and like loved people. Oh, I don't know why I committed to that attack. I didn't really do anything. I just got poisoned, but like I'm already poisoned, and this is only a high rank Puke, so he's not actually doing a lot of damage to me because I have pretty good gear. I had a great game when I was young. I named Scooby-Doo. Oh, that's cute. What are you doing here? Are you running away from something? No, you're just going somewhere. That's tasty. Momora! Yeah, no, rocks are excellent for your digestion if you have a fucking gizzard. Like a bird, or maybe some kind of dinosaurs, depending. You know what? I should have guard pointed the roar like I did last time when I was feeling the force. I don't know why I didn't do that. I need to build up instincts like that. Every now and again I'll do stuff like that and I'll think it's the coolest thing ever. Because I'm like feeling the force in that one moment. And like... and then I just won't do it again. Or I won't try to like make a habit out of it. We're out of position here. I miss the actual food that would get cooked for you in the canteen. The dango animation was cute the first time, but after the 50th time, I just want the cat grandma from Iceborne to make me soup. No, I 100% agree. I absolutely agree. That's the only part of Rise that I think is inferior to World, is that the dango is just does not have the same level of charm as like the canteen does. I wholeheartedly agree. That's like my one nitpick that I prefer about World. Otherwise, I think Rise is a vastly superior title. Oh, he's capturable. I should do that. Run at me. There we go. I used 4 trank bombs because they don't fly very far. Oh my god. Guys. Guys. I'm good at the game. I promise. Oh my god. That was so stupid. Oh man. Yeah, no, if there's like a mod to like... if someone ever were to like mod in like custom food cooking animations to replace the dango animations... that actually like fit, like are using like the dango chefs and whatnot, I would like suck their dick. I would like, yeah, I'd give them like I'd give them like an evening of sexual favors. Cause that shit was so good, and I just don't like the dango animation at all. Where did the Puke? Okay, now I just need a bird wyvern gem. I guess I just keep on playing the game ordinarily, because so many monsters give you... I guess I should work on get a Fellwing for that glaive, so I can just go straight to the max level. So, Puke Fellwing. 80% broken part, 15% capture off of a master rank Puke. So let's go hunt a master rank Puke, and I guess just hope that we get... and while we're doing it, I guess we just hope that we get hope that we get a bird wyvern. How are the Sunbreak moves for Sword and Shield? I love them. I think they're fantastic. What moves in particular are you asking about? Are you asking about like the switch skills, or like just the generic moveset? Because for the most part, its moveset is basically the same. If not counting switch skills, the moveset on Sword and Shield is basically the same as it is in World. But it's missing, I think, like one slash that in World you could use to basically reorient at will and keep an infinite combo going. Rise doesn't have that one, but they make up for it because the switch skills are really cool. So you have two different switch skills initially. You have, you have the typical Sword and Shield attack in your main combo that like has you elbow forward and then do a downward slash. That gets replaced with this. It's a double slash. For your right hand, for your heavy attack, for your forward heavy, you get two kinds really. You can do a shield bash combo, which is actually really good because the shield bash combo does KO damage, and it also doesn't use your sharpness. So if you have a weapon with high damage, high raw damage, and high sharpness you want to keep good, like a Nargacuga blade, that combo right there is really good because it goes off your weapon's damage numbers, but it doesn't use your sharpness to do it, and it does KO damage. The other switch skill for your heavy attack forward is this. Shield bash, thrust the sword in, and then pull the sword out. Pulling the sword out does multiple hits. So it does multiple hits. So the fact that it does that is really good if you're using a weapon with an element or status that you want to inflict. Otherwise, you have your two wire bug moves are this. That is a perfect counterattack. If you hit an enemy with that move when they're hitting you with an attack, you'll hear a really loud shield clang. You'll probably get a KO because it has massive knockout damage, and then you'll also get a whole bunch of damage numbers, and you can do a different attack on the way down. You can do a heavy attack to do a double hitting shield bash coming down, or you can hit your AB or your like light plus heavy to come down with like multiple sword slashes. The other switch skill mode that uses your two wire bugs is this, which also hits with your blade, so it's really good for status effect and elements and shit. You have super armor while that's going on. Actually, I think you also ignore damage while that's happening. So if you time it right, you can also use that to basically just ignore an incoming attack. And I believe that attack also has, what is it called? The words. True Sight or whatever the fuck it is, where you like ignore hardness. Like you could hit a monster in the shell, and basically you'll still get a cutting animation instead of bouncing off. Those are the main switch skills, really. There's a couple of others that came out in Sunbreak, but I don't have access to them yet. I know one of the ones that came out in Sunbreak that I don't have access to yet is like you basically use a wire bug to put an oil on your blade in Shield, where it's just a damage buff. It's just like a damage buff for a period of time. Which, like, that's cool, I guess. I also know that there is a wire bug attack where you, like, launch yourself forward and do, like, a Captain America, like, full body shield slam. That one, I don't have that one yet either, but I've seen it in videos. I know about it. Also, as you can tell, Sunbreak lets you switch between two different... Doing that, switching between the red and the blue scroll, you can have different switch skills set to a different scroll, so that whatever switch skills you have on hand depend on which scroll you have active. So you can switch, and then now you have different switch skills, and you can do that for every weapon. Also, if you dodge and put a direction input right after you do that, you do a you do a dodge. So I think it's called like a switch dodge or something like that. I think that is probably one of the coolest parts of Sunbreak, personally. I love being able to switch skills at will. Because that lets me have... Because the way I have it on my shield is right now my red scroll is shield focused. It uses all the switch skills that are built around my shield. It uses all the switch skills built around my shield. And then the blue one is built around my blade. So when I have like, if I have like an element that I want to use, then I use the blue scroll. Oh no, Rise anime shit. I adore it. But no, being able to switch your switch skills at will is insanely cool. Yeah, you see the 3 damage numbers that came out when I pulled my sword out of him? I'm getting better at guard pointing the, Oh, I dodged right into that attack. That was very dumb. Well, I'm pretty sure that was something that people basically asked for, like, immediately. They were like, hey, these switch skills are really cool, but it definitely feels like they, like, lock us... Like, it's weird because they give us more options inherently, but it felt like they locked us down. So being able to have 2 and having some options now suddenly makes the whole system way more valuable, and it feels more valuable too. I'm getting a lot more active with my guard points. I'm actually really happy about that. Might as well grab that. No, the Insect Glaive's got some really powerful switch skills, now, Sunbreak. It got some really great switch skills in Sunbreak. I think, Bottle Caps, I think if you're really big on Glaive, then you're going to enjoy Sunbreak, and especially being able to switch between the red and the blue scroll once you set them up, because we got some really cool stuff, especially in Sunbreak specifically. I don't see the value in switching them out. I mean, it's weapon specific. If you're comfortable with your setup, then set that up as your red scroll, because the red scroll is the scroll you're going to start with anytime you spawn into a map. So you're always going to default to red, so whatever your favorite setup is, put that on your red. And then maybe if you want to try out something new, put it on your blue. Or if you're curious about how some switch skills work together, put those on your blue. But whichever one, if you don't feel like it's necessary, or if you're not a big fan of the idea, whatever you prefer, put that on your red. Just make sure that's what your red scroll is. Oh my god, poor Puke Puke. Absolutely double team, dude. This is getting lewd, guys. You gotta stop. This is just getting looted, guys. You cannot do this to each other. I think that the new shield bash skill gives you guard frames the whole time, so you could bash through Zhang and laser and smack the fuck out of him. Maybe? That could be the case. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tried that exact thing. You could be right though. Maybe I'll try a high rank Rajang hunt after this one. Oh, I got greedy there. I got greedy there too, to be honest. Just because I hit the guard point doesn't mean I need to immediately try and go into perfect rush. I need to learn how to not do that. I'm getting all hyped up on guard pointing. And, like... I'm, like, immediately going into perfect rush because it lets you do that. And sometimes, maybe it's best to just keep the shield up and get a little bit of free damage. Because that's basically what the guard point does. Like, it sets you up to do perfect rush. You can immediately hit a button to go into perfect rush. Or... But, like, even if you don't do that, you're still getting free damage in when you, like, hit the guy with the guard point. Let's... There we go. The only thing I don't like about this is that I'm used to using Nargacuga and the base Kimura weapons, which are very good at holding their sharpness. I'm not used to having to sharpen weapons this often. It's the closest thing I have to a complaint about using this Puke Puke sword, is that I am sharpening a lot. I love having poison on hand, though, so I guess I got to deal with it. And honestly, I think it looks great. I think the sword looks good. Ho ho! Calculated. That was absolutely calculated. That rocked. Oh no, the double roar. That was a pretty good opener, though. Wall running over it like a fucking crazy-ass ninja, getting the guard point off on the roar. Oh no, I dodged into the other acid attack. Wow, Tim. You're so smart and so good at this game. Wait, what am I... Ration. Not the steak, Tim. What are you doing? Shoot it with your gun. I've never actually used a bow gun. Would you guys believe me if I told you? I played with a bow before, but I've literally never even picked up a bow gun. I have no idea how they play. I don't know the first thing about bow guns except that they're a ranged weapon. Completely serious. I have no idea how bow guns work, or what they're like. You know, what the intricacies of their use is. You cap its ass. Rule number 1 of bow gun: cap his ass. Oh, we got away with that somehow. I didn't use a bowgun until like the 300th hour of World. Not particularly impressed. Oh, well, I guess it's good to know I'm not especially missing out. I don't know, the idea of just going toe-to-toe with these guys in like an old-school boss fight sort of way is just so much more interesting to me. I don't know, is anyone else in chat who's got some bowgun experience might be able to give a second opinion? I'm not especially thinking about it. If I want to use a ranged weapon, I think I'd just use a bow. But now I'm curious if there's any other opinions about bowgun in the house. Yeah, the ranger aesthetic of the bow is pretty cool. I also like the fact that because you're like hunting monsters, you can't use normal arrows. So the arrows that the bow is shooting are like the size of like actual fucking javelins. Oh, I was expecting a roar there. Oh, I got that little flying monster fucked me up from behind. That's the only reason the Puke got the hit in. Yeah, let's not commit to a perfect rush here. Oh, shit. The guard points are coming in pretty crispy, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's got me feeling very confident is how crispy those guard points are coming in. No idea what happened there. This close-up, this like built-in area is making the Puke's like hitboxes kind of go crazy. That was one of those moments where I really didn't have to like... And just do a bit of healing. Why not? Yeah, that's just like a free 37 damage when I pull it off. Because even if I don't follow through with a perfect rush, that's a pretty decent... That's like a couple of decent sword hits worth of damage when I get the guard point. So I think I'm going to definitely get in the habit of guard pointing off more things. Although I am going to have to be a lot more cerebral and thinky about when I decide to... About like when I decide to actually perfect rush after. Because it is a bit too easy to just immediately hit a button and like start perfect rushing immediately. Yeah, we'll fight a high rank Rajang now. No harm in it. No harm in trying it out. Perfect rush feels incredible. No, it feels great. It's like easily one of my favorite. It's easily one of my favorite moves to pull off and like time it right so that like I'm able to get the whole thing. It's an incredible move. I love getting perfect rush to hit just right. Hey, there's the Fey Wyvern gem. That's not what I wanted. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I, and do high rank stuff to get a bird wyvern gem, aren't I? Fuck. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a bird wyvern gem, not a Fey gem. Although I'm sure that's a hard thing to get. I'm sure it's really good. It's just not what I want. Alright, high rank. Where's the Rajang? Alright, guys, here we go. Let me make sure I have all my items. I don't need an antidote for Rajang, but I'm not downgrading my gear at all, by the way. Fuck that. We're fighting Rajang with everything we have. You will never catch my ass lacking on taking the monkey seriously. I will take the monkey seriously every time. Never catch me lacking, dude. I always wonder what the dango is. Are they like rice treats? Is it like a rice pudding sort of deal? Like rice balls covered in like, I don't know, what, icing or... Is it a dough? Is it a rice mush ball as opposed to like a normal rice ball? Like, what am I eating? Yes, yeah, or is it like mochi? Is it like, are we just eating mochi all the time? Because mochi is like rice, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because that's what it is, right? Mochi is basically like rice ground down to the point that it's like a paste. They mix flavoring in, and then they like mush it into shape and serve it with stuff. I'm under the impression that's what mochi is. Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what mochi is. So, like, yeah, are we just eating mochi? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love mochi. I wouldn't necessarily complain if we were eating mochi all the time and still managing to stay as fit as an anime action hero. You know, and, like, nobody eats as well as anime action heroes. Anime action heroes eat better than any human being on Earth. Just by virtue of the fact that, like, they can handle eating whatever the fuck they want, and anime food always looks like 10 out of 10. No one eats as good as a Saiyan. You know what I mean? I love doing the Great Wire Bug. It's so much fun. I want to eat like Goku for a day. Dude, we all do. Eating like Goku for even just a day is like the dream. Uh-oh. Look at him, boys. It's the monkey. Brass monkey. That funky monkey. Brass monkey chunky. That funky monkey. Brass. Alright, big guy. Oh! I chose the wrong time to do that. Oh, hey, Rathian. Oh, he's mad. Oh, they're turfing! World-style turf war, let's go! Oh, he's fucking her ass up. God damn, dude. I think the turf wars are a lot cooler now because they don't happen as often. Like the Monster Hunter World turf war animations were like really cool. But there's definitely something to be said about the fact that like they're less common now. So they're just like a lot more like momentous when they happen. Yeah, dude, Rathian has zero competition with Zhang, dude. It's unreal. Was I just blocking the wrong way? What's going on here? No idea why I just stood there and let him do that to me. Oh, he's mad now. He's like real mad now. Also, when he's like super mad like this and his arms are red, his arms are like perfect armor and will basically every weapon you have will deflect unless you have like true sight, no matter what. So keep that in mind if you ever fight this guy. When he's like mad, when he's super angry, he will like all your weapons will bounce off and you have to deal with that. Come on, Tim. Mind the outgrab. There we go. Sometimes the ninja movement gets away from you a little bit. Oh no. Yeah, you can like shield your way through his laser. I don't think I'm going to be able to guard point that. When he gets really mad like this, basically the best you can do is just fucking wait him out. Just like try to live. There we go. Now he's like normal again. He's a lot easier to fight like this. He gets so mad, so easy. He gets mad so quickly, it's bananas. Oh, right. He always winds up before he does the punch attack, and I keep thinking he's gonna punch me immediately. Well, we guard pointed his roar, but like, for all the good that does me. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Tim, stop getting aggro with the angry monkey. And even if you ever shield up like I do, his laser beam still does massive chip damage to you. It's pretty wild. They're not all classified as wyverns. Some are classified as beasts or like other stuff. Give me a second. After this fight, I'll show you. So you have stuff like Anjanath is what's called the brute wyvern, like theropods basically. Those are called brute wyverns. You have flying wyverns, obviously, but you have a couple different types of flying wyverns because you have the ones that are basically just dragons, like Rathalos and Rathian, but then you have stuff like Nargacuga and Barioth, where they're like more grounded, but they're not quite like they're still winged wyverns. They can still fly, but that's not their primary mode of transportation. Then you have what's called fanged wyverns. Okay, he's leaving. And then you have what are called fanged wyverns, and that's stuff like Tobi Kadachi and like Zinogre, where they're still called wyverns, but they're basically like fully grounded creatures. I think Zinogre is actually a beast, not a fanged wyvern. But then you have stuff like beasts. So like beasts are like Rajang is a beast. I don't remember. Hold on. 100 notes. Large monsters. So these guys are called bird wyverns. This is a beast. Arzuros is a beast. Lagombi is a beast. Volvodon's a beast. Ludroth is what's called the Leviathan. Monsters that tend to swim are called Leviathans. Hermitars are called Carapaceons, like the ones that are basically like big insects or whatever, or like crabs. Tetranodon is a beast, if I remember right. Bishaten is like a fanged wyvern. Yeah, fanged beast. Sorry, fanged beast right there. Oh no, amphibian. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, Puke is a type of bird wyvern. Giratotus, a Piscine wyvern. Basarios is technically a flying wyvern, although you wouldn't know it to look at him. Barioth is a flying wyvern. Tobi Kadachi, fanged wyvern. Magna Malo is a fanged wyvern. Anjanath, brute wyvern. But Mizutsune is a Leviathan. Gosharag is a fanged beast. Almadron, Leviathan. Zinogre is a fanged wyvern. But like Zinogre kind of draws feathers the line walks the line between a fanged wyvern and a fanged beast, I think. Arachna Kadachi, the big like bugs, big spiders are Temnocerans. There's not a lot of those though. Like I think second and third generation had a lot more Carapaceons, like the Daimyo Hermitar. So like most of the creatures in Monster Hunter are wyverns, most of them, but not all of them. It's a distinction worth making. And it's a distinction worth making because Monster Hunter like appeals to like paleo nerds and like zoology nerds. And part of the reason it appeals to these kinds of nerds is because it like tends to be really realistic about its portrayal of animals. Like I'm a huge paleo nerd and I'm a zoology nerd. But yeah, so I don't know how to end this chant. I'm sorry. Yeah, its lore does feel very realistic. All these monsters feel like they're like... You missed, Braddock, you actually missed a really fun conversation last stream where I asked people, like, what if you could choose to be reincarnated in any setting as, like, a person... As like a doer, like a person who does things as like an adventurer or like a main character, whatever the fuck. which setting would you choose? And mine is Monster Hunter. We got some pretty decent answers. We got some good answers. But mine was Monster Hunter. And part of where my love of the setting comes from is how genuinely believable it feels. I gotta find out how to get to this fucking Rajang from here, dude. Yeah, like, sincerely, like, it doesn't even have to be your favorite setting, just the setting that you would want to, like, live in the most and be a person who does things in. You know what I mean? Guilty Gear? I don't know enough about Guilty Gear, I'm sorry. I wish I could say... I mean, I'm sure it's a decent answer, but you'll have to explain to the class why it's a decent answer. I know fighting game settings tend to be pretty good. It's anime as fuck. Oh, I'm sure it is just looking at it. I don't know anything about the setting, but it definitely looks very anime. Oh, the world's... I didn't realize it was a post-apocalyptic setting. Oh, no, I overcommitted here. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, how did I not get punished for that? I'm so lucky. That could have absolutely punished the shit out of me. It's now based around Magitech, and Old World Tech is called Black Tech, and it's banned. Oh, okay, that's neat. Uh-oh, he's mad. Oh! Shit, we broke his head while he's mad. I really wish that would have pulled him out of it. Fuck. I was hoping it would have. Gears are bioengineered beings fused with magic. Oh, that's neat. Oh, 2 lasers, man. Get out of here, you fucking Ozaru piece of shit. Did I kind of just kick his butt a little bit? I feel like I just kicked his butt a little bit. Oh, fuck off. You deserve that. Gears have crazy powers. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to check it out. I've not played it. I'm not very familiar with it. I've seen some gameplay footage, but I've not played it myself personally. It looks interesting. I just don't... Despite the fact that most of what I stream for you guys is third-person action titles, I don't play a lot of fighting games. Big surprise, I'm sure. It's kind of weird that after Vegeta gets the shit pushed in that Ozaru's basically ceased to exist in Dragon Ball. Because it's too risky. Like, imagine you're a fucking Saiyan and, like, you could get the power of the Ozaru if you go into the form willingly, but, like, that includes the expectation that you're going to try and destroy everything around you and not be able to tell friend from foe correctly. What's more, after a certain point... The Saiyans just get more powerful than their Ozaru forms anyway. Unless the Ozaru explicitly acts as a multiplier. Which, I don't know, it might. I don't know if it does. But, like, I imagine at a certain point, the Ozaru is just not worth it. It's more of a fucking, like, What's the word I want? I'm God damn it. What's the word I want where something's bad but you have to deal with it? Liability. I imagine at a certain point the Ozaru becomes a liability. That guard point! And we flinched him, dude! Oh my god. That was clean. That was fucking clean. God, that was good. Sorry, guys. I just got caught up in that a little bit. Soul, the main character, can literally turn into a dragon-human hybrid. Dizzy has 2 personas. That's neat. Oh, let's go heal ourselves while he's distracted. With that Vigor Wasp over there. I actually don't remember much about GT. I think I saw that at a point in my life where I was just, like, not especially interested in Dragon Ball, weirdly enough. I was super into it when I was younger, and then GT just didn't click for me. So, Braddock, out of curiosity, would you want to be... Are you choosing the Guilty Gear setting specifically because you like the gears? And the assumption is that you would basically be one? Like, what is the Guilty Gear like for normal people to live in, out of curiosity? Yeah, the power implied in the question definitely tended people towards a couple of, like, answers similar to that, where they're like, the assumption is that you're a bad dude, you know what I mean? You're like a main character. And that has like a lot of appeal to a lot of people. Myself included, obviously. You know, in this scenario, I would obviously be a hunter. And everyone loves being an anime action hero. But I'm genuinely curious, what is life like for normal folks in the Guilty Gear setting? Oh, shit. That is not going for me. There are normal cities in GG, but they're like magic-based. Oh, so, okay. Or Magitech, right? That's interesting, though. So it's not like one of those things where everyone's like living in destitution or whatever if they're not like a gear. So when apocalyptic events aren't happening, it's normal life. Oh, that's good. That's cool. That sounds very anime. Normal life just kind of getting interrupted by apocalyptic events. Except for the Japanese, which had some shit happening. Shit always happens in Japan, dog. It's just the way it be. Oh, those wacky Japanese, yeah. Oh, those silly Japanese. Always having horrible things happen to them. Literally all I know about Guilty Gear is that Bridget and cute is that Bridget is cute, and Testament makes me fucking feral. That's literally all I know about Guilty Gear. He's got to be tired. Yeah, he looks like he's getting kind of tired. Oh. I mean, we got the damage off. That's good. Testament is unbelievably hot. It's crazy. I'm very sorry, bro. Like I'm genuinely paying attention to your actual lore input. I will catch up when I'm not fighting a fucking Ozaru. But yeah, I'm just sitting there like, oh man, Testament's so hot. What the fuck? Definitely one of my prouder moments. I'll be able to give your answer the actual attention it deserves when I'm not fighting an Ozaru. No, I like when people get hyped and you know, chat. It's good. I'm actually interested in hearing about this because I'm like vaguely interested in Guilty Gear. So the Rajang is just a little bit distracting, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh. Oh, I saw that laser beam coming. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, keep talking about it, by all means. Keep chatting about it. Keep giving me the info, because I'd much rather, like, be able to read it when the fight's done and then respond immediately instead of waiting. And then in, like, lulls in this where I have to chase them to another area, I can catch up. Japan's been magically nuking the war. They can't escape! The Japanese cannot escape! We surprise attacked them. They dropped the sun on us twice. Dude, the poor Japanese just get fucked every time. It's insane. Godzilla happens to them. Like, they're just having a rough time. Do I have... I have not been using my demon drug or my armor skin fighting Rajang this entire time, guys. What the fuck? Oh my god. I just see yellow flashing. Yeah, there tends to be a lot of yellow flashing when Rajang is upset. Oh, hey, he's not angry anymore. Let's go. Already seeing a noticeable damage change now that I actually put on my fucking... Now that I'm actually using my potions. Oh, yeah. Getting caught in the Ozaru's fucking laser beam is a rough time. Oh, he's upset. He's base level upset. He's normal upset. Now he's really upset. Now he's level 2 upset. I would say I would go to the Cradle books, because it's got a crazy soul cultivation system. The world's kind of fucked. There are immortal beings called dread gods that regularly just come into people and can only be fought to a standstill. I mean, the assumption is you're one of these, right? Because that sounds very unfortunate if you want to try and live in the setting. Unless you're one of these guys. And even then, your life probably sucks. Yeah, he tried to do the butt attack, Rajang. It didn't work. Oh, let's go! He broke his other horn. Punk bitch. We actually armor pointed it. I armor pointed the fucking beam. It just didn't do anything. I still got caught in a crazy fucking, like, recoil animation. We got him! Let's go! That's the biggest Rajang I've ever hunted? Okay. We have slain an Ozaru! Oh my god. That was actually, like, really... I had a lot of anxiety doing that. Not gonna lie, guys. I had some anxiety doing that one. I always get anxious when I fight a Rajang. But as you can tell, if I'm sword and shield, I can handle him. You know what I mean? If I'm sword and shield, I can fight the Ozaru, no problem. I mean, I say no problem. I'll be anxious the whole time, but he never fainted me. And I think that's good. Yeah, dude. I've got the monkey fear. I'm, like, legitimately afraid of, like, big monkeys. So, that's... Dude, it's rough for me, man. Oh, there's a gear killer. Nice. Who's, like, not a gear. Dude, okay, holy shit. We worked really... We got 2 different beast gems on that. That's wild. Look at us go, boys. We got some good shit on that. God, that was scary. I mean, it is Halloween, so I guess it makes sense I gotta do something spooky. Fighting Rajang is spooky. Evil Jeep bit. And Soul is like the main character, right? I do think it's kind of... Having grown up on Dragon Ball Z, I do think it's kind of funny when a character beats the shit out of another character by just refusing to let them transform. Because, like... I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. You let the enemies transform. That's the rules. You know what I mean? It's just the way it's done. You guys are like, man, Tim, someone's probably wondering, like, hey, Tim, why do you always, like, immediately get all of the fucking pale extract when you see it? It's because that shit valuable. That shit incredibly valuable. Pale extract is part of how you make a Mega Demon Drug and Mega Demon Drink, which is some of the most valuable shit in, like, the whole game. Like, dead ass. Mega Demon Drug. Mega Armor Skin. And it is, like, legitimately some of those valuable shit in the game. Crafting list. So, to get this, you mix Pale Extract with Demon Drug or Armor... Or Catalyst with Armor... Or, sorry. Pale Extract... You mix it with either Demon Drug or Armor Skin. That's how you get the mega version of that. And it is incredibly valuable. Easily one of the most important... Pale Extract is easily, in my opinion, one of the most important, like, ingredients that you can get in basically this whole fucking game. It's insanely valuable. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, dude. Pocket Sand always works. So, my partner is wanting to go do some stuff with me, and I've been streaming for about 3 hours. So we're going to call it this time. We're going to call it here after we fought the Rajang. I think fighting Rajang is a good way to end the day. And then, I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. We'll play. We always play weekends by ear. That's the rule around here. I aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays regularly, and then weekends I play by ear. And Soul is a gear that can transform into a dragon. Characters that need a suppressor to hold back their power is a pretty cool. Is a pretty cool vibe. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting. I love having you guys around. It's actually super cool. I enjoy the streaming, and I like when you guys get involved and chatty. It makes it feel a lot better for me, and it definitely makes me feel like this is something worth doing more of. So appreciate you guys. I will. Yeah, no, definitely Braddock. If it helps at all to know my schedule, I aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays after I get off work, so the time that I start varies. And then we play weekends by ear. So, I streamed today because I was just playing Monster Hunter, and literally someone asked me in Jacob's... literally someone in Jacob's server just asked, hey, are you going to stream? Fuck, why not? So I might stream tomorrow, and if so... I will. If so, I always post it in self promo. So, if you had self promo unmuted, or sorry, if you had it muted, maybe unmute it. That would you'll probably see me a lot more often when that happens. But yeah, no, I'll aim to include weekends more often. If I have days like this where I'm not doing anything, I'll just stream. Why not? It's cool. But thanks guys. I'll see you next time.